guys, it's me again, Betty Nyambura, your community advisor. And when you see me, you know that it's a new topic coming up. So we say that we are here to learn. Today we are going to look at a certain topic that I have highlighted as how to stop self-sabotaging your own growth. We are going to look at the definition of self-sabotage, signs of someone who is self-sabotaging their own growth. We are going to look at the steps to break the cycle. We are going to look at how it affects your finances and mental health, and daily affirmation and mindset shifts. So let us start by talking about the definition of self-sabotage. What is self-sabotage? So self-sabotage is an act of deliberately engaging in behaviors that undermine your goals and your efforts. It's a form of self-destructive that can be driven by various factors such as fear of failure. But basically, self-sabotage in a simpler definition, it's how you unknowingly block your own success. Now let us look at the signs of someone who is self-sabotaging their own growth. Number one is procrastination. Now this one, I know most of us tend to do these things whereby you say, I will do this thing tomorrow. When that day reaches, you don't do it. The next day, weeks pass, months pass, an year pass, and then you have not done anything. That is procrastination. Now, procrastination is whereby you put off tasks or decisions that need to be addressed, and there is always an effect of procrastination. One, it leads to having stress. It leads to feelings of guilty and missed deadlines. Let me give you an example. Even in school, whereby you are given a certain assignment by your lecturer, then let's say it has been given in on 10th of March, then he says that the assignment has to be picked on the 19th of March. You feel like there is still time. Date 10 passes, 11, 12, 13, 14. You have not done that assignment. Then on the 19th or the 18th is when you remember, I actually have an assignment that has to be collected tomorrow. That procrastination that you have been putting can lead to either you miss the deadline where you had to submit the exam, then you'll start having stress. I need to research about this assignment. This has to be done immediately. You have to write 2 pages or more, and that it is. Now this is a sign of someone who is self-sabotaging their own growth. Procrastination. Number 2 is negative self-talk. We said that there are 2 types of self-esteem. There's the low self-esteem and there's the high self-esteem. There are those people, once you tell them something about themselves, something negative, for example, unaweza ambia mtu ati we ni mweusi sana. Some people, they have not yet accepted themselves the way they are. So unapata huyu mtu, wewe juu umemwambia yeye ni mweusi sana, ataanza kukua, the self esteem will start being lowered. Sindio? So but me, I tell myself and I tell others that it all depends with how you take things. If you yourself is the one who has started, wewe mwenyewe ndio umeanza kujiambia, it is within you, when ndio unajiambia I cannot make it or anything, that people don't see the worth of me being here, so there's no need of working hard. So this is a negative self-talk. No, negative self-talk, they lead to you starting doubting yourself. But for me, I say, like, if you tell yourself, if you have that positive self-talk with yourself and say that even if they are saying this, I know I can still make it, then the words or the whatever people say about you will not affect you, because you have that positive self-talk within yourself, and unajiambia hata kama wanasema mimi sitaweza kusucceed, mimi najua mimi nitaweza kusucceed mimi mwenyewe. That then you ignore all those negative talks that people are saying about you, and now start looking at yourself. We mwenyewe unajiambia. So Having negative self-talk will lead to self-doubt and inadequacy, feelings of inadequacy. Unasema, ai sioni, hapa sioni nikimake, sawa. So negative self-talk is another sign of self-sabotaging your own growth. Then there is perfectionism. We say that in everything that you make, I know people have certain goals, but let your goals be realistic. Sindio, as a student, you cannot tell yourself that you would expect to na gari within a month or anything of, so that is unrealistic goals or expectations. So you set realistic expectations, because setting of unrealistic expectations can lead to feelings of failure and ile disappointment. Like ukiona I had said nitanunua gari within a month. Okay, that is, first of all, it's an unrealistic expectation. Una expect aje kukua na gari na wewe ni mwanafunzi and you don't have any work you're doing within a month. Wewe mwenyewe unalishwa na mzazi. So that's a realistic expectation. So ikifika that month na ujaweza kuachieve kenye ulikuwa unataka, ujapata hiyo expectation ulikuwa unataka, unaanza kukua na ile feeling of disappointment na feeling of failure. And for me, hiyo perfectionism, where you wanted to be perfect, ndio naweza sema ita lead to hadi kukua na negative self talk, because once you're disappointed, you cannot do anything else. Utaanza sasa kuwa na hizo negative self talks zenye I can't make it. Okay, so that is another sign of self-sabotaging your own growth. That is the third one. Number 4, excuses. Let me give an example. Tukiwa high school, unapata a certain student fails, or okay, some students fail in a certain subject. Then you claim ati yeah tukufunza, and you know very well the teacher taught you that topic that was brought. Nyinyi wewe as a student, you did not work hard, or you did not read uweze kukumbuka whatever the teacher taught you. So like unapata, why am I saying excuses? So unapata students wanaanza ku make excuses like, oh, it is the teacher's fault, that's why we failed. No, people need to learn how to accept their own mistakes. Like wacha kublame others for your own failures. Sit down, reflect on yourself, know where you went wrong, come back, decide, have goals. Ujiambie, this is where I went wrong. Then what I'm going to do, I am not going to do the same mistakes I did last time. I will do better and correct it, instead of making excuses and blaming others for your own mistakes, because this is a form of self-sabotage. So this can prevent the individuals from taking responsibility to their actions. People need to learn from their own mistakes in order to be able to take responsibility of their own actions. Number 5, we are going to talk about self-isolation. So self-isolation is where we withdraw from social interactions and relationships, okay? So this can lead to feelings of loneliness and can undermine motivation and confidence. Number 6, I think that is self-explanatory. Yeah, so substance abuse. Engaging in harmful behaviors such as substance abuse or self-harm can be a form of self-sabotage. Okay? Let's give an example with someone who is taking drugs. They don't think straight. They usually have some okay, let me say, I can't find the right words to use, but these people, they are not concentrated or focused in whatever they are doing. So unapata, you had a certain goal, but once you start using drugs, unapata you shift, you divert your goals and any other things. We have seen people who we say mtoto alikuwa na goals, mtoto alikuwa anakaa kwenda mbali. Once this child started using drugs, alipotea, so substance abuse is a form of self-sabotaging your own growth, and this can lead to serious consequences. For example, drugs it cause physical and mental health illnesses. Okay, and the last one, a difficulty in achieving your goals, whereby you struggle to achieve goals, or that consistency of falling short of expectations can be a sign of self-sabotage. And we know that that difficulty in for you to achieve your goal can lead to feelings of frustration and hopelessness. So today, that is what I have prepared for us: the definition of self-sabotage and signs of someone who is self-sabotaging their own growth. Next time, we are going to look at how it affects both our finances and our mental health, steps on how to break the cycle, the daily affirmation and mindset shift. So that is all I had for today. Thank you for listening to me. Please, again, I remind you, do not forget to click the subscription button, hit the notification bell, like, and share. See you in my next video. Bye.